time is the most precious thing that we have. A lot of times as business owners, we worry about money, but what we don't actually understand, I can always make more money, but I can't make more time. So HoneyBook has the most incredible founding team from Israel. Nama, she was a designer. Oz ran a bar and hosted events. I was a wedding photographer myself. And so we all have our roots in entrepreneurship. But essentially, Oz, Nama, and Dror, our co-founders, just realized that there was this huge pain that independent small business owners were experiencing where they needed help actually running the back end of their business. In Oz and Nama's mind, it's like, how do we leverage technology to give them their life back and give them the tools so that they can optimize to spend their time doing what they love, so they can spend it with their family, so that they're not, getting ghosted by clients. So essentially, HoneyBook enables independent business owners to seamlessly manage that end-to-end client relationship. When you're building your own business, relationships are literally everything. Because the reality here is they're not just hiring some random photographer. They're choosing you intentionally. Your creativity, your skill, your passion, your values, even the way you make them feel in front of your camera. Those extraordinary experiences and those intentional relationships are really at the heart of success. The biggest advice that I have for HoneyBook members and for people using any CRM tool is really dig in and do the work up front of getting onboarded and building your entire dream client experience in the platform from the beginning, because that's really going to give you the best experience and your clients the best experience. Now, diving into some of those features that are specific to photographers that are super helpful. The first one that I want to highlight are templates. Templates really allow you to create a framework for how your business operates that is repeatable and scalable. Workflows allow you to automate all of the tasks that you will essentially build out in your client's project lifecycle. Automation is one of the most powerful tools in our toolbox as small business owners. So I mentioned like automatically sending out emails or automatically sending certain types of files on the cadence of your choice. So at the rate that you want, when you want them to trigger, so you don't have to be constantly remembering to do it. We have a mobile app. We have an entire team dedicated to mobile. So it's not just a duplicate of our platform. It is built mobile first. So like you're not attached to your desk in front of your desktop all day. Like you are in the field doing your job and doing it well. And so we believe that nothing is more precious than your time. You should spend that time how you want to spend it. It becomes sort of this really critical component, both to success in business, but also to feeling the sense of fulfillment and freedom and joy that you deserve to feel in building that business. The first thing I think photographers can't live without is investing in their education. There were lessons that I learned from other educators that saved me years of making mistakes. And there are educators galore, like Chip Dizard, India Earle, Tamaya Colvin, Michelle Harris, Amy Jordan Demos, Vanessa Hicks, Caitlin James. Like, there are so many phenomenal photography educators and business educators that you can learn from. Second one is outsourcing. So I believe successful photographers cannot be successful until they identify what parts of their business as they grow, they need to be outsourcing. And truthfully, I drug my feet. I was like so afraid to outsource my editing until one of the photographers who I looked up to the most was like, yeah, of course we do. We couldn't do 30 weddings a year with everything else we have on our plate if I didn't outsource. I was a full-time wedding photographer and actually started and co-founded a community called the Rising Tide Society. And so HoneyBook acquired Rising Tide. I've been on the team now for 5.5 years. I didn't really have a community. I didn't have a group of other independent business owners that I could sit down with and just talk to or learn from and grow with. And Rising Tide was really born to kind of bring all of us together under one roof to connect and support each other. A reminder to all the photographers that they're not alone. Just by being a photographer, they're a part of one of the most extraordinary communities in the world. We have a unique opportunity because of what we do and who we are to impact people's lives. And not everybody can say that. The work that you do matters, and it matters not just for you right now in this moment, but for lives that you're impacting that you'll never even know. The clients who you're showing them how beautiful they are. You're empowering them on the other side of the camera. They're transforming their perceptions of self just by seeing themselves through your eyes. Like, you are inspiring young people who just see themselves reflected in business ownership and leadership. It is so much more than taking photographs. We got to celebrate each other's wins. We got to keep championing each other because this work is so important and it matters. So that's what I'd leave it with, because I think at the end of the day, like, we can forget that. We can forget those things. And it's just so important that we don't.